hospitality is very much encouraged as the cast welcomes the attention. Also, please switch on your mobile phones, as the interruption may be the best part of the show. Thank you.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look in the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hobble-uppers and a pistol that shoots out a wish, a bunny and Ben. Dolls that will talk and will go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Now there's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. A pair of hobble-uppers and a pistol that shoots out a wish, a bunny and Ben. Dolls that will talk and will go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart.
Hello and welcome to the Chidham and Hambrook players' version of an old classic, A Christmas Carol.
A tale about Mr. Scrooge.
You will meet him as he comes around that corner.
Where?
There. Ooh, say, is it getting colder out here?
When a cold wind blows, it chills you. Chills you to the bone.
But there's nothing in nature that freezes your heart like the years of working alone.
It paints you with indifference, like a lady paints with rouge.
And the worst of the worst
The most hated and cursed.
is the one that we call Scrooge.
Oh, Mr. Humbug.
There's Mr. Grimm.
If there was a prize for being mean, the winner would be him.
Old Scrooge, he loves his job because he thinks it gives him power.
If you became a flavour, you bet he would be sour.
He should have been a banker.
He never gives.
He only takes.
He really is a
Will you two shut up?
I love Christmas. There's a spirit in the air. It's a time of joy and celebration. It is a time when people are more kind and more considerate. Well, most people, that is. Scrooge hated Christmas. He hated anything that did not make him richer. And so he hated Christmas most of all. And on this particular Christmas, when I come into work today, he was in a particularly foul mood. Maybe it was because 7 years ago, this very night, his fiancée, business partner, and only friend in the world, Marlene Jacobs, had died. Marlene was long dead and buried. This you must remember, or nothing wonderful will come of the tale you are about to see. A bug?
Ah!
A Merry Christmas, Uncle.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest time of them all. There'll be parties for roasting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. Wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time, oh, the most wonderful time of the year.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Oh, it's you. I trust that Christmas brings you its traditional mix of good food and violent stomach cramp.
Uncle, surely you don't mean that.
Well, of course I mean it. Merry Christmas indeed. What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Come, Uncle, what reason have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Away with Merry Christmas. What's Christmas to you but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer. If I could work my will, I would block up all the tubes. burn all the crackers, and kill anyone I see carrying a present.
Uncle.
Niece, keep Christmas in your own way, and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Well, let me leave it then. A lot of good it's done you.
Well, there are many things from which I have benefited, even if they didn't show a profit, I dare say, Christmas among the rest. But if anything belonging to Christmas can be considered, apart from the sacred origin of its name and source, I am sure that I have always thought of Christmas as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. The only time of year I know of when men and women seem of one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely and truly see others as if they were fellow passengers to the grave. And so, although it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good, and it will do me good. And I say, God bless it.
Another sound out of you, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your position.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come and dine with us tomorrow.
See myself in hell first.
But why?
Why? Why? Let me ask you a question. Why did you get married recently?
Because I fell in love, of course.
No? You fell in love? Ah! Oh dear. Ill-conceived love. I should warn you, love is like a Christmas cracker. One massively disappointing bang, and the novelty soon wears off.
But you never came to see me before, I'm afraid. Why give it as important what's come now?
Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why can't we be friends?
Good afternoon.
Oh, Uncle, whatever happened to you? You really are the most miserable man in the world.
I was thinking the same thing myself.
When spoken to. I would explain, my dear, but I fear you wouldn't understand. Blessed as you are with a head that is emptier than a hermit's address book.
Well, I am sorry to find you so resolute. We've never had a quarrel, you and I, but I came all this way to give you the greetings of the season, and I shall keep my Christmas humour to the last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Betty Cratchit.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
Cratchit, did you say something?
No, Mr. Scrooge.
Are you sure you never called my name?
No, Mr. Scrooge.
Ah, well, Cratchit. You have tomorrow morning to do with as you like, but I expect you here at your desk by 1 o'clock. Is that clear?
Quite clear, sir. Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Mark my word, Cratchit. This is a harsh and cruel world, where your only shield against the cold hand of poverty is acquisition, profit, and gain. What's Christmas to you but a time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer? Right, I'm off on my rounds.
Oh, shall I come too, Mr. Scrooge?
Huh? No. Best not. People might think we're friends.
Mother. Hello, Tina. Well, Tina, I've got all the presents.
And I didn't finish the Christmas cards.
Oh, splendid. Let me see. A very messy Christmas. I'm sorry, Tina, but shouldn't that be merry?
A merry, messy Christmas? Alright, but the main thing is that it should be messy. Messy cake, soggy pudding, great wet kisses under the mistletoe.
Yes, Tina. I fear the only way you're likely to get a big wet kiss at Christmas, or indeed any other time, is to make a pass at a water closet. However, be that as it may, a merry, messy Christmas. Christmas has an H in it.
Oh,
And an R, also I, an S, also T, and N, and A, and another S. Oh, and you've missed out the C at the beginning. Congratulations, Tina. Something of a triumph. I think you must be the first person ever to spell Christmas without getting any of the letters right. dear, what did you do?
Got another Jesus.
Oh, Franklin's. And his name?
Spot. There weren't any other children, so we had to settle for a dog instead.
Oh dear, I'm not convinced that Christianity would have established its firm grip over the hearts and minds of mankind if all Jesus had ever said was worth.
Well, it went all right until the shepherds came on. See, we couldn't use any real sheep, so we had to stick some wool.
On some other dogs.
Yeah, and the minute Jesus got a whiff of them, he's away. What angels sing peace on earth, goodwill to mankind? Jesus scampers across the stage and tries to get on the sheep to give him a piggyback ride.
Well, isn't the appropriate behaviour for the Son of God, Tina? Were the children upset?
Nah, they loved it. They want us to do another one at Easter. They want to see us nail up the dog.
Oh, no, the playful scams, eh? Still, what a lovely thought it is. At this very moment, all over the country, from the highest to the lowest, and through those charming club folk somewhere in the middle, everyone is enjoying Christmas. What are you looking forward to at Christmas this year?
Nothing really. I don't know what all the fuss is about.
What, the birth of Jesus Christ?
Yeah, it's alright the first time you hear the story, but after that it's a bit predictable, isn't it? I mean, man and woman get to in full, woman has baby in a manger, angels sing on high, blah blah blah.
You have forgotten to mention that the baby is in fact the Son of God.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a nice twist.
A nice twist!
Yeah, but they're not exactly a lot of laughs.
Look, Tina, it is the greatest story ever told.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
I just don't think it's the greatest story ever told. I mean, there's a great story about the woman in Fishbourne that gets out the carriage because she's banging on the roof. And the police shout, get out of the carriage and don't look round. But she does look round, and it's in fact a crazy lunatic banging her husband's severed head on the roof.
Perhaps we call it the second greatest story ever told.
Not forgetting all those Charles Dickens stories, Bleak House, Great Expectations, Roger Up.
I think you mean Oliver, Tina. Moving on, do you remember what happens tonight?
Santa arrives.
That's right.
I have a whole list of things he's going to bring me.
Someday
chat with you and somehow poverty loses its sting.
Don't despair, Mother. I've secretly harvested savings for my weekly pocket money, set aside for a rainy day. It's just over 10 shillings and has for years been hidden beyond the wit of any thief, under the
Squeaky floorboard.
You've seen it.
Seen it, pinched it, spent it. Come on, let's go down to the bookies and see what luck we have there.
Yes, Mother.
What's that? Hello? Someone there? Whoever's there, I'm warning you, I am armed. Yes, yes, I am armed, so you had better show yourself, wherever you are. Come on, out from the shadows, whoever you are. Go away.
Mr. Scrooge, so sorry to interrupt you on Christmas Eve, but I know the long hours that you keep, and I was hoping to catch you here in your office at this late hour.
What trick are you up to?
Trick, Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, what game are you playing?
I can assure you, sir, I'm playing no game. Is something wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. Well, Dr. Harrington, I assume you are here to make a payment.
Well, I've got a little bit of a problem, you see, and I'm here to ask for an extension of my loan, Mr. Scrooge.
The terms of the loan were quite clear when you signed them.
Quite so, but if I could have a little more time, I'm good for it, you know. I'm a hard worker.
None of this is my concern, Dr. Harrington. If you are unable to pay off your loan, then you should pay the penalty and do so in a timely fashion, or forfeit the collateral you have offered, or end up in debtor's prison. There is no court in the land that will not rule in my favour.
Maybe so, sir, but that doesn't make it right.
I have the right to be paid the money owed.
Surely, Mr. Scrooge, you've known tough times and needed a helping hand from time to time.
God helps those who help themselves. Good night, Dr. Harrington. A full payment is due by the end of the year. Before you go, tell me, if you hear strange voices, would you say that you're going mad or just overworked?
What do the voices say?
Well, I keep hearing my name being called.
Madness probably. However, an extraordinary new cure has just been developed for this very problem.
It wouldn't happen to have anything to do with leeches, would it?
I had no idea you're a medical man.
Never had anything you doctors didn't try to cure with leeches. A leech on my ear for earache, a leech on my bottom for constipation.
Marvellous, aren't they?
Well, the one on my bottom wasn't. The first time I sat down, I squatted it.
Do you know the leech comes to us on the highest possible authority?
Yes, I know that. Dr. Hoffman of Fishbourne, isn't it?
The great Hoffman.
Owner of the largest leech farm in Europe.
Look, I can't stand here gossiping with you all day. I need to go and find a way to earn some money so I can repay my loan to you, Mr. Scrooge. As far as this case goes, I've given it some thought. I can thoroughly recommend a course of leeches.
Yes, I'll pop a couple down my trousers before I go to bed.
No, don't be ridiculous. This is the dark ages, man. Pop 4 in your mouth in the morning, let them dissolve slowly, and in a couple of weeks, you'll be back to your normal self.
Get your matches! Here! You lot look like you need warming up! Come on, buy my mattress for your fires. Oh, my old back's gone again. I just hate getting old. I wish this was different. Yeah, I do. Emerald cream for my tired old bottom. Loving kind family whose names I've forgotten. Old Reader's Digest and Tied Up in Spring. These are a few of my favourite things.
for a poor old woman just trying to make a few bob.
Singing is not something I wish to pay for. Now clear off out of here before I call for a constable. Go on, hurry up. Go sing somewhere else. Not here, not at my door. You want money? Then you should earn it. Go work down the coal mines and find some other porch to haunt.
Would you like some matches, sir?
No, I wouldn't. Now bugger off.
I've never been so insulted my entire life!
Well, all I can say is you've been damned lucky. Hello? Is someone there? Hello?
Hello. Good morning, Mr. Scrooge. And a very Merry Christmas to you too.
Ah, humbug. You owe me 4 shillings, Mrs. Dilbert. Have you come to settle up?
Well, now unfortunately finances is a bit low at the moment, as I left my last employment.
Yes, I heard you left.
Yeah, I left last week.
Why did you leave knowing you owed me money?
Well, they wanted to change.
What?
They wanted to change.
Want to change your hours?
No, they wanted to change me.
Change your habits?
No, they wanted to change me.
Change your socks more often?
No, they wanted to change me duties.
Oh, change your duties.
Yes. Well, I didn't want to do that, did I? Because I'd worked with.
Pride?
No, with.
Within reason?
No, with.
With your helmet on?
No, with Basil Bounchin. Yeah, I'd always worked with Basil Bounchin. He used to give me his
Wholehearted support?
No, he used to give me
His athletic support?
his ginger nuts.
Oh.
He used to give me his ginger nuts with my tea. He was nice like that. Anyway, I decided to go home and tell the husband. Discovered he was
Up to his old tricks with the milkmaid again?
No! Discovered he was at his mother's.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I went to the employment centre and I saw this woman there. She was filing.
A nail?
No, filing the.
Filing the bars, trying to get out?
No, filing these jobs in the folders, you see.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, she was sitting there. Nice girl.
Oh, yeah.
Big girl.
Oh, yeah.
She had these two.
Yes, I get the picture,
Either
yes.
side of her.
Well, there would be either side.
Well, I asked about the job, and these two.
Yes, I know.
Well, they sprung up.
What do you mean they sprang up?
Well, they came towards me.
Did they?
Yeah. So when I asked about the job, these two, clerks.
Oh, clerks. Oh, I got the wrong picture entirely.
These two clerks, they said, now, wait a minute, they said, they'll handle everything. Because apparently she was a trainee. Anyway, they gave me a job and I took it.
Oh, yes, what was that then?
Oh, I got a job with a sweet,
Sweet smell of success.
no, hardly. I'm in charge of the sewers in Chichester. Anyway, let's be off, Mr. Scrooge.
Don't forget, Mrs. Dilbert, you owe me double next week with interest.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
The jingle bells are jingle, the streets are white with snow, happy crowds are mingling, but there's no one that I know. I'm sure you'll forgive me if I don't lose. I guess I got Christmas blues. I've done my window shopping. There's not a store I've missed, but what's the use in stopping when there's no one on your list? You know the way I'm feeling. If you love refugees, I guess I got the Christmas blues. When somebody wants you, somebody needs you, Christmas is a joy of joy. But friends when you're lonely. You'll find that it's only a thing for little girls and little boys. May all your days be red, seasons full of cheer. But till it's January, I'll just go and disappear. Oh, Santa may have brought you some stars for your shoes, but Santa only brought me the blues. Those brightly packaged, tinsel-covered Christmas blues.
Santa may have brought you some stars for your shoes, but Santa only brought me the blues. Those brightly packaged, tinsel-covered Christmas blues.
What utter nonsense. Christmas a kind, hospitable, charitable time. Humbug, I say. Humbug. No, what's this? It's a humbug, I say. Humbug. There. Not even Hannibal and his elephants could break down that door. You hear me? I advise you to leave this place at once. Leave now, or I'll shout for the law and have you arrested. You'll spend your Christmas in a jail cell, you hear me? You'll spend it in a jail cell if I have anything to say about it. Don't Scrooge like that, or you're Scrooge in a different tone altogether. Is that what you want? Because that's what'll happen.
I'm a ghostly spectre. I walk through walls and vanish into thin air.
Go on then.
Go ahead, walk.
Walk through that wall.
I don't want to.
You can't, can you? You can't walk through walls. You're a fake.
I am to a real ghost with the costume, the chains and everything.
You're no more a ghost than I am.
I am too. I could walk through that wall if I wanted to. Just don't want to. They said it'd be easy and I wouldn't have to do anything scary.
Who said?
Them down there.
What, the bar staff?
No. I come from a place of fire and brimstone where there's doom to an eternity of suffering or howling in despair.
Oh, you're from Bognor.
This is not a joking matter.
Who's joking? Marley, who are you? How do you know my name?
In life, I was your business partner and fiancé, Marlene Jacobs. Marlene?
Marley? Is that you, Marley? But what have you done to yourself? Wait a minute. We could make a fortune here. We could sue the doctor that certified you were dead, and the coroner, and the undertaker, and the embalmer, and the vicar that performed the burial service, and the grave diggers. Where there's blame, there's a claim. Have you been in an accident that wasn't yours? Have you had an injury? Then lawyers here.
Knocking about, I'm telling him he's on a ghost.
A let's quibble over minor things like being dead. Marley, why are you wearing all those chains? I didn't know you went in for that sort of...
Each time you were nasty and horrible to another person, a new link in the chain was made. You see, Ebenezer, because I was your business partner and fiancé, I was burdened to wear these chains until the day you died. And then I would be able to rest in peace.
Yes, but why are there so many chains?
Each link was forged by your greed and tempered by the freezing malice you bear to all others. You see, every time your last breath will drag you down to a place where your soul will rest.
Well, as long as it's not Bogner, I don't mind.
Have a care, Ebenezer, otherwise this will be your fate. I have come to give you a warning.
Warning? Warning of what?
Stop being nasty or else.
What do you mean, stop being nasty or else?
3 spirits will visit you tonight to explain the or else.
3 spirits? What do you mean, brandy, whiskey and gin?
The first will come as the clock tolls midnight. The second will come as the clock tolls 1. And the third will come at a time of his own choosing.
Do I get a discount if I see all 3 at once? Buy 2, get 1 free.
You are always a shrewd man of business, Ebenezer, and this will be your doom. My time here has come and I must go.
Stay a little longer, Marlene, and tell me more.
I really can't
But
stay.
Marlene, it's cold outside.
I gotta go
But
away.
Marlene, it's cold outside.
This evening has
Hoping that
been
you
so
drop in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hand, the cold as
The
ice.
reaper will start to worry.
Beautiful, what's your hurry?
Lucifer be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace
So
roar.
really I'd better scurry.
Beautiful, please don't go.
Maybe just to have a drink more.
Put some music on while I pour.
Neighbours might faint.
Marlene, it's bad out there.
Say what's in your
No
drink?
cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew
Your eyes are like
how
starlight
to break
now.
this spell.
I'll take your hat. Your hair looks
I ought to say no, no, no,
Mind if
sir.
I move in
At least I'm
closer?
gonna say that I tried.
What's the use of hurting my
I really
pride?
can't stay.
Marlene, don't hold out.
Baby, it's cold outside. Simply must go.
Marlene, it's cold outside.
The answer is
But
no.
Marlene, it's cold outside.
You're welcome as
How lucky that you
so
dropped in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at the storm.
Lucifer will be
Gosh, your
suspicious.
lips look
The
good.
reaper will be there at the
Waves
door.
on a tropic shore.
Beelzebub's mind is
Gosh, your
vicious.
lips are
So
delicious.
maybe just a cigarette more.
Never such a blizzard before.
Meant no harm.
Marlene, you freeze out there.
Say, lend me your
It's up
coat.
to your knees out there.
You've really been
thrill
grand.
when you
but
touch my
don't you
hand.
see?
How can you do this thing to me?
It's bound to be talk
Think of
tomorrow.
my lifelong
At least
sorrow.
there'll be plenty
If you
implied.
got pneumonia and
I
die,
really can't
Marlene,
stay.
it's cold out.
Baby, it's cold.
Baby, it's cold outside. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who are you, or what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
If you're the ghost of Christmas past, then I'm Tinkerbell.
You don't believe in me, Tinkerbell?
Of course not. Well, you're here now, so could I get you a cup of tea or anything?
You wouldn't happen to have anything a wee bit more stronger.
Oh, I see. Well, all I've got is some of Nurse Macready's surgical bruise lotion.
No, that's fine. Come, Ebenezer, take my hand. I have much to show you.
Good heaven. I was bred in this place. I was a boy here.
What is that upon your cheek there?
What? No, it must be a pimple. Leave me where you good spirit.
Do you remember the way?
Remember it? I could walk it blindfolded.
Strange that you have forgotten it in so many years. Look there.
C is for the candy trimmed around the Christmas tree. H is for the happiness with all the family. R is for the reindeer prancing by the window pane. I is for the icing on the cake as sweet as sugar cane. S is for the stocking on the chimney wall. T is for the toys beneath the trees so tall. M is for the mistletoe where everyone is kissed. A is for the angels who make up the Christmas list. S is for the Santa who makes every kid his pet. Be good and he'll bring you everything in your Christmas alphabet. C is for the candy trimmed around the Christmas tree. H is for the happiness with all the family. R is for the reindeer prancing by the window pane. I is for the icing on the cake as sweet as sugar cane. S is for the stocking on the chimney wall. T is for the toys beneath the tree so tall. M is for the mistletoe where everyone is kissed. A is for the angels who make up the Christmas list. S is for the Santa who makes every kid his pet. Be good and he'll bring you everything in your Christmas
It's my two sisters, Ira and Elsie, and my dear old mother. Hello.
Oh, these are merely shadows, Ebenezer. They are not aware of us.
I spot, with my little eye, something beginning with C.
Not now, I'm busy.
Oh, come on, I'm bored.
Fine.
Hark! It's a cup.
Oh, I say, well done, Mother, your turn.
Do you want a short answer or the long answer?
Both, please, Mother.
The short answer is no. And the long answer is no!
Please, Mother, please.
Fine. I spy with my broad little eye something beginning with T.
Breakfast.
What?
My breakfast always begins with a cup of tea. And then I have a little sausage, with the egg and the salt.
Elsie, when I said it begins with T, I was talking about a letter.
No, it doesn't start with a letter. The postman doesn't come until 8:30.
Can't go on with this. Ira, you take over.
Alright, I spy with my little eye something beginning with R.
Arm.
For God's sake, Elsie, R begins with an A. She's looking for something that starts with an R.
Motor car. Motor car begins with an R.
All right, my turn again. What begins with come here and ends with ow?
I don't know.
Come in. Ow!
Have I shown you the photo on Brownie's trip to Skegness? I took them on the new hand-cranked cargo camera you bought me last Christmas.
Just kill me now.
This is me and the girls arriving at the carriage depot in Chichester, where the 2 horse-drawn vehicles ready and waiting to be picked up. This is one of the sales girls, Mildred, with the horse-drawn vehicle.
It's a Britsker, specially designed for the rough terrain. Handles beautifully. We were very pleased with the colour.
Help.
The four-wheeled vehicle was balanced by the distribution of weight of the load, driver, passengers and goods over the axle, then held level by the horses. This means that the shaft, or sometimes a pole between two horses, must be fixed rigidly to the vehicle's body.
Fascinating.
The horse on the left was called April, the one on the right was called Jasmine. Here's a photo of the horn and one of the drivers. His name was Mike. This is us arriving at the campsite. You should have come.
I really shouldn't. Oh, look at the weather, it's tipping down outside.
Here's a photo of the matches I used to light the campfire.
Who's that fat man who was Christmas?
What?
Last year, I and Ebenezer and I saw you with this man in a red coat with a white beard.
Oh no, you must have been dreaming. Oh, was that the door?
I didn't hear anything.
I'll just go and see who it is.
I'll come too, Mother.
Oh God, you have to.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't hear me creep down the stairs to have a peek. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom fast asleep. Then I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his wings so snowy white. What laughing and happy, if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. Then I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his wings so snowy white. What a laughing and happy, if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. What a laughing and happy, if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. Mommy
Ira, what are you writing?
I'm thinking of writing a book. I've even got a great idea for a story.
Go on then.
It's called There's a Lion Loose in Chidham.
There's a lion loose in Chidham.
That's right, there's a lion loose in Chidham.
What's it about?
It's about this lion, right, escaped from Hambrook Park Zoo in Bognor and heads straight for Chidham. And after 2 or 3 days, they find all these dead bodies lying about, but no one knows who's done it. So they call in this private detective, 6'2" muscular type bloke, to try and solve the crime. Now the zookeeper happens to be a very attractive woman, and before you know where you are, the private detective is giving the sort what for. So that's your romantic interest.
A lion.
And Hambrook Park Zoo doesn't know it's missing.
How can you not know when you've got a lion and one day it isn't there? You tend to know it's missing.
Don't be an idiot all your life, Mother. They haven't got the one lion. They've probably got 2 or 3 lions.
How do you escape?
Squeezes through the bars, probably.
No, he doesn't.
I don't believe this. Nobody knows it's escaped. What about the 800 people in Chidham? Does none of them spot it?
Yeah, but the ones who spot it, they're the ones who get eaten to death.
But what about all the others? The kids in Chidham Parochial Primary School? The Chidham local nursery on the main road? The people sitting on top of the bus? It's a lion, Ira.
He only comes out at night.
Why? Is he a vampire lion?
No, it's not a vampire lion. That's stupid, eh?
Where's he going during the day?
In a lock-up garage in a back street.
Well, he's leasing it, is he?
No, he's not leasing it. It's a disused garage in a back street where no one ever goes. The detective does find it, only it's at night.
When the lion's gone out.
Exactly, see? So the private detective is nowhere near solving the mystery. You see what it is, Elsie? Not only is it a love story, it's a whodunit.
A whodunit? What do you mean a whodunit? We know who done it. The lion done it.
Well, we the readers know that, but they don't know the characters, do they?
This is something else. A lion's escape from Hambrook Zoo. There's 200 dead bodies, a quarter of Chidham's population, ripped apart. There's a lock-up garage 2.5 foot deep in Lion Run, and the detective suspects the butler.
Well, I do admit there are 1 or 2 teething snags, but it's got all the essential qualities of a top seller, hasn't it? I mean, it's got suspense, lots of killings, and a bit of Humpty Dumpty. I mean, look, this is a book all about disaster.
Disaster is calamity, Ira.
Yeah, but why is he killing people?
Well, what do you want him to be? A social worker? Well, he's a man-eater, isn't he? That's why he comes to Chidham. People here taste better than the ones in Bognor.
The lion towards its natural habitat in open countryside, not to a village full of people.
Alright, so what are you suggesting we call it? There's a lion loose somewhere out in the sticks where no one lives.
You're going to pull out the lights of a home detective because something's eating carrots. I think it's a very good idea, Ira.
Thank you very much, Elsie.
Yes, well, I'll pass.
Please yourself, Mother.
Ira, what are you doing now?
I'm hanging my sock out so Santa will come down the chimney.
Ira, I guarantee if there's one thing liable to stop Santa coming down the chimney, it's your sock waiting for him at the end of it.
Well, if I don't hang my sock out, how will Santa fill it?
If you do hang your sock out, Santa will be dead before he gets within 100 yards of it.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Why? Santa Claus is coming to town. Gather round. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Little tin horns, little tin drums, Rudy toot toot and Rummy tum tum. Santa Claus is coming to town. The curly haired dolls, the cuddle and glue, elephants, boats and giddy pops too. Santa Claus is coming to town. The kids and girls in Boyland will have a jubilee. They're gonna build a toyland town all around the Christmas tree. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. You mean the big fat man with the long white beard? He's coming to town.
She died a young woman, but she did have a child, as I recall.
Yes, a daughter. My niece. Her name is Flora.
Your niece, Ebenezer, the only family you have left.
Yes, that is true.
We move on to another Christmas. Do you remember this place?
Remember it? But I was apprenticed here. Look, there's old Fezziwig. Bless his heart. Fezziwig alive again. And there's me. certainly shrunk over the years.
Go home there, Ebenezer. No more work tonight, my boy. It's Christmas Eve. Clear all this nonsense away. Life's too short for all work and no play. I say it's time for a party. Cheer up, Ebenezer. Let's go next door and join the others at the dance.
Yes, I'll be on shortly, Mr. Fezziwig.
I've been looking for you all over the place. Were you on the dance floor?
Oh yes, several times. It was hell out there. Mind you, I was dancing Mrs. Ball.
Mrs. Ball? I don't think I know the woman.
Yes, you do. 6 foot tall, built like the side of a house, with an enormous veranda and a welcome on the mat.
Oh, I know the woman. Husband has a small holding.
Has it?
Estate, yes.
I'd like to make a toast to Martha, the woman who has helped me and comforted me since the death of my horse. She is now the sole object of my love and affection. When a man marries late in life, he needs a woman of Martha's qualities to support him in his declining years. I drink to Martha, a girl in a million. The wife's knocking about here somewhere as well, but I don't know where.
It's such a small thing to make these silly people feel so much gratitude and joy.
Small thing.
Is it not? After all, what did he do this Fezziwig? Spent a few pounds on a party? Does he deserve such praise as this?
But it isn't that spirit. Why, Mr. Fezziwig has the power to make us happy or unhappy. He can make our work miserable or pleasant, just by the way he looks at us and the way he addresses us. 1,000 such little things soon add up, you know, until the happiness he gives is worth, it's worth a fortune. And then, wait,
What is it?
nothing.
Ah, it's Marlene, your business partner and fiancée. Were you firm but fair with her?
I must admit, I may have been a little harsh with Marlene, but there's no need to mock me.
No, I pity you. The riches a generous spirit can give. You are the poorest of the poor.
And now, down to business.
Business, but I thought we were just going to have a romantic meal somewhere.
But don't you realise what date it is?
Sorry?
Apology accepted. It is exactly 12 months since we entered into our reciprocal social experience programme, making today our
Anniversary. Oh goodness, Ebenezer, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot.
annual review, exactly.
Annual review.
Well, of course, no relationship can ever progress unless regular reviews are undertaken and ONW evaluated.
ONW?
It's overall net worth. If anything's worth doing, it's worth monitoring. Now, here's your copy of the agenda.
Agenda?
Yes, as you can see, ONW is made up of 3 core performance sectors. I've designated these efficiency, value for money.
Value for money?
Yes, do keep up. The final section I've cheekily called the wow factor. Now, these 3 sectors all form the accumulated section score, or ARS for short, which is the overall measure of the ONW.
Carry on.
Looking at the areas of efficiency, value for money and the wow factor, how do you feel the last year has gone?
Well...
You feel it's gone well? That's an excellent start. Now, which of these do you feel has gone wellest of all?
Is wellest a word?
Yes, it is now.
I'd have to say that as far as efficiency goes, I'd say I'm pretty organised.
Pretty and organised.
So I would have done all right there.
Well, more than all right, Marlene. I've given you 4.5 stars out of a possible firmament of 5. The half star being deducted for the late arrival incident, but I really should have given you 1, what, eh?
Not until we're married, Ebenezer.
No. When we have the thornier issue of value for money to discuss.
Are you saying I'm not good value for money? I find that very demeaning, if not insulting.
Of course not.
Good!
No. School there is satisfactory but with room for improvement.
Have you written down every penny you've spent on me?
Of course not.
Good!
only the tax-deductible expenditure. Now, you'll score with a wow factor.
I'm really sorry, Ebenezer, but can I stop you there?
Yes, it appears you have.
You and I were supposed to be dating because you thought I was a little bit special.
A little? Well, I gave you an entire...
Shush!
But...
Shush! And I did think you were a bit special, bit pompous and not very nice sometimes.
About that, I was going to mention under future developments.
No stalking, listen to me. Where was I?
Up my arse.
Oh yes! You have a very special and pompous arse. But underneath your arse, you can be very nice. Very nice. But if you're going to be all worky and naughty when we're trying to be romantic.
Look, I'm sorry. I promise you I've been trying to do a good thing here. Perhaps I've been a little clumsy and heavy-handed, but part of a review such as this is to discuss what we'd like to do in the coming year. I wanted to inform you about a vacancy I have opening very soon.
What vacancy?
It's an exciting new position. Fiancé, open brackets, spouse designate, close brackets.
Oh, Ebenezer, are you asking me to marry you?
Well, let's just say if you'd like to fill my opening, I'm more than happy to fill yours, Bob.
Oh, yes!
Excellent. Here are the application form and selection criteria. I'm obliged to accept applications through internally and externally, and they will be accepted through all sectors, regardless of race, creed, or gender.
Oh, Ebenezer, why can't you be nice like Santa and bring me some wonderful presents?
Oh, I can't talk to you when you're being like this.
Oh, Mr. Crinkle is soon gonna jingle the bells down tinkle all your troubles away. Everybody's waiting for the man with the bag 'cause Christmas is coming again. He's got a sleigh full, it's not gonna stay full. He's got stuff to drop at every step of the way. Everybody's waiting for the man with the bag 'cause Christmas is coming again. He'll be here with the answer to the prayers that you make through the year. You'll get yours if you've done everything you should. Extra special good, he'll make this December the one you remember, the best and the merriest you ever did have. Everybody's waiting for the man with the bag. Christmas is here again. I'm gonna jump and you're gonna catch me. Oh, Mr. Kringle is soon gonna jingle all the bells that'll tinkle all your troubles away. Everyone's waiting for the man with the bag. Christmas is here again. He's got a sleigh full that is not gonna stay full. Got stuff that he's dropping every step of the way. Everyone's waiting for the man with the bag. Christmas is here again. He'll be here with the answer to the prayers that you made through the year. You'll get yours if you've done everything you should. Extra special good, he'll make this December the one you remember, the best and the merriest you ever did have. Everybody's waiting, they're all congregating, waiting for the man with the bag. Better watch out now!
What's going to happen now?
We move on to the following Christmas.
Right, it's time to eat, Ebenezer. Come and enjoy the party.
Ebenezer, Marlene was your first love, with whom you were engaged to be married. But the more money you spent, the less you wanted to spend it on marriage or anything else that didn't make more money.
Hello, Ebenezer. I thought I'd find you here still working.
Mm-hmm.
I thought tonight would be a lovely date, a lovely time to announce a date for our wedding. We've been engaged for a year now and we really should set a date.
I can't afford a wedding yet. Not with all the money you've spent at Chichester Market.
But I only bought a dress for you.
I was into wearing dresses.
Not for you, for me, so that I can look nice for you. Oh, come on, Ebenezer, let's just get married and make the best of it. Money isn't everything, you know.
No, it isn't everything, but it's most things. A marriage is a very expensive undertaking. I simply do not have the finances to justify a wedding as of yet.
I had already accumulated 400 guineas by then. I kept it stuffed under the mattress.
Have you, Ebenezer? Have you got 400 guineas stuffed underneath your mattress?
What? How do you know about that?
Never mind how I knew. Have you got 400 guineas stuffed underneath your mattress?
Well, yes, dear, but it's just my investment capital.
You're tight, that's what you are. You moaned at me for buying a dress.
Yes, dear.
You're saying we can't get married because we're too poor.
No, dear. It's because you are too poor. I've begun to make my way very successfully in the world. However, because you can bring no cash into the relationship, I have to work harder to allow for the burden you now represent.
I'm a burden to you, Ebenezer. Is that all I am?
She loved me and I loved her, dearest Marlene.
Pity you didn't show it.
I'm sorry, Marlene, but as you asked, yes, you are a burden to me.
He doesn't mean it, Marlene. He doesn't mean it. He's a fool.
Very well, Ebenezer. I will release you from... I will be a burden to you no longer. I release you from our engagement to be married. Here's your ring back. I hope you can get a refund on it.
Indeed I did. Mr. Ratner, the jeweller, had sold me the ring at trade discount. I was able to resell it at a tidy profit.
Goodbye, Ebenezer. I'm sorry my love was of so little value to you.
I'll have a blue Christmas. Just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories, they start falling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas and wine, but I'll have a blue Christmas.
Go after her, you fool. Go after her.
Because you loved her.
No, she wins the lottery next week. 6,000 guineas jackpot. Go after her, you fool. She'll be rich.
You'll be doing alright with your Christmas and wine, but I'll have a blue Christmas.
You see, Ebenezer, it was your own greed, your concern with money above people that lost you your chance for love and happiness amidst a family.
But please, I cannot bear it. No more. Leave me. Show me no more. Haunt me no longer. I don't want these memories. Wash them from my mind and leave me in peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a 20-minute interval.
burn your house down. What sort of spirit are you?
What sort of spirit am I? Do you not know me?
I do not. You are unfamiliar to me.
I am the ghost of Christmas present. You have already met my sister Christmas past. We are here to change your ways.
So how do you get people to change their ways?
Well, it's all visions these days, isn't it? We used to use black and white line drawings, but the visions are far more effective.
Well, what sort of visions?
Well, with some people, we just show them their behaviour at school, behind the penny farthing shed, if you know what I mean. With other people, we just show them how rotten they are. Of course, with you, it's going to be the full 1 hour, 10-minute version with time for a wee break and an ice cream. Anyway, let us move on. And let us see, touch my robe, and let us see how even the poor have much to celebrate this Christmas season.
What is this place?
Why, it is the home of your clerk, Betty Cratchit. Have you never been to visit?
No. It's a modest dwelling, but a happy one.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where those treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. The snow said I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas colour right. May your days be merry and bright, and may all
Just like the ones he used to know, where the treetops listen and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. He's dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas party lights.
May your days be merry and bright. Your Christmas be white.
Jingle bells jingle all the way.
You used to like me in that pink dress. You used to say, "Wow, Betty, that pink dress." What was it you liked about my pink one?
You think what?
My pink dress. You said you liked me in that pink dress.
Oh, Betty, what sort of way is that to wake a bloke up, eh? Most people get a cup of flipping tea.
You said I looked really edible in that pink dress.
You haven't got a pink dress.
No, I haven't. You tore it off me that night.
I tore it off you.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, well, you must have been on fire or something.
It was you that was on fire. You said I looked like a strawberry with a caramel topping.
Yeah, exactly how long ago was this?
It was before we were married.
Yeah, I think it was. moustache. Why don't you grow one?
I'd just like some little sign that you were trying to exert some passion over me. A woman likes to be wooed. She should live in an atmosphere that crackles with sexual tension.
Do you know, I do wish you'd stop reading Lady Chatterley's Lover. You know, I've given you some funny ideas.
I wish you'd stop reading that paper for 5 minutes.
Look, a man has this restless urge to understand.
Understand what?
Well, for a start, why you keep sticking your knee in my back at night.
Do I stick my knee in your back?
Well, if it's not your knee, then someone else is sneaking into bed with us.
I'm surprised you notice anything I do in bed. You never notice when I've got that new nightie.
Now, let me give you a tiny little word of advice, my love. Now, you won't find this in any of your romantic novels, but if you are going to wear a see-through nightie, don't wear a vest.
Who was that horrible thing you used to go out with before you met me?
I thought that was you.
It was her from Coleman Street.
Oh, yeah, Bernadette. Oh, no, Bernadette.
She looked more like a Saint Bernard. Why are you reading the Financial Times?
Well, I like to keep an eye on the economy. You see, a bloke in my position has to wonder how long the country can afford to keep it. If we don't get the economy right, people like me are going to be in a lot of trouble. It is the duty of us all to be concerned about the shrinking pound.
Oh, and when I married you, I thought you were just a sexual object.
Betty, I am not just a plaything.
Did Tiny Tina enjoy herself in church today? Did she behave?
She did, as good as golden better. Somehow she gets thoughtful sitting by herself and thinks the strangest things you ever heard. She told me, coming home, that she hoped people saw her in church on Christmas Day because it would do them well to remember who made lame beggars walk and blind men see. But she's getting stronger every day, I just know it.
A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
You almost were a boy, my little cherry pit.
What?
Yes! Out you popped out of your mummy's pumpkin, and everybody shouting, "It's a boy, it's a boy!" And then somebody said that it hasn't got a winkle. And then I said, "A boy without a winkle, God be praised. It's a miracle, a boy without a winkle." And then your father pointed out that a boy without a winkle is a girl. Anyway, I was really disappointed. I wanted to have a boy and call him Tim.
Yes, well, moving on. Look, we've got all the presents and the family's all here. Excellent. What more can a bloke want at Christmas, eh?
Well, a tree?
Ah, now you see, I popped into Mr. Ficket's garden emporium on the way home, and I think you'll find I've got quite a bargain on this special Christmas twig.
It's a bit of a tiddler, isn't it?
Yeah, but the size ain't important, my girl. Just ask your mother. This twig is sticky.
I know, let's play charades.
Excellent, I love charades. I'll go first.
It's a book.
Well done, Belinda. I didn't think you'd get it that quickly.
I must say, Tina, that was damn clever.
Yes, another great Christmas tradition. Tina, explaining the rules to you 8 times, my love. Look, the game hasn't in fact yet started. You see, it's got to be a specific book. For instance, if it was the Bible, I would stick 2 fingers up like this to indicate it's got 2 syllables.
2 what?
2 syllables.
2 silly balls? I don't think so, Father, not in the Bible. I can remember a fatted calf, but as I remember that was quite a sensible animal. Oh, it's Noah's Ark with the 2 pigs, 2 ants, and the 2 silly balls. Is that it?
2 syllables.
What?
Look, we're getting confused here. Should we just start again?
No, let's not, husband. I think the whole game's getting a bit silly, to be honest.
I had no idea Cratchit had a crippled daughter.
I wonder why.
Tell me, Spirit, will the girl live?
I see an empty chair at this table and a crutch carefully preserved but without an owner. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, that cannot be. Say she will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my race will find her.
You know what? I think it's time for another song. I know. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir of folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny Tina, with her eyes all aglow, will find it hard to sleep tonight.
I know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly.
And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
So, with that in mind and in the spirit of the season, I say we toast Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'll give him a piece of my mind to feast upon.
My dear, the children, Christmas Eve.
Only on Christmas Eve would one drink to one as cruel, stingy and unfair as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Betty. Nobody knows it better than you.
My dear, Christmas, a kind, forgiving, charitable time.
Very well, I'll drink to his health for your sake and the day's, but not for his. Long life to him. I'm sure he'll be very happy and very merry indeed. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
God bless Mr. Scrooge.
God bless Mr. Scrooge.
Visit her niece and see how she celebrates the season.
Husband, I must speak. I can be silent no longer. All day long you yell, I want to die. Now, you may say I'm leaping to conclusions, but you're not completely happy, are you? It's my mother, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
You're still pining over her death. I know you two were close.
Flora, for the final time, your mother is not dead. She ran off with your Uncle Henry.
Dear husband, I know you only say these things to comfort me.
Your mother is alive and well and living in Bosom. It's not her that I am sad over. I'm sad, my darling, because our poverty has reached such extremes I can no longer afford to keep us. Therefore, I must turn to my own dear wife to sustain me in my foul dotage.
But husband, surely...
Yes, Flora, I want you to go on the game. Do you defy me?
Indeed I do, for it is better to die poor than to live in shame and ignominy.
No, it isn't.
I'm young, strong, clever, my nose is pretty. I shall find another way to earn us a living.
Oh, go on the game. It's a steady job and you'll be working from home.
Christmas, I shall go out and seek my fortune.
Fine. You go. Don't worry about me. I won't be alone.
Oh, God, who is she this time?
I'm sworn to secrecy. You can...
And who is Jane?
It's Jane Harrington. We're very much in love.
This is the Jane Harrington? You're having an affair with Jane Harrington?
Yes.
Jane, bury me in a Y-shaped coffin, Harrington?
No, there must be two Jane Harringtons.
Tall, blonde, elegant.
Yes.
Well, let's change the subject, shall we, before I kick you? We can discuss Jane Harrington after Christmas. Do you know, he said Christmas was a humbug. He meant it too.
Who?
My uncle.
Oh, yes. I remember. He used to laugh at those people with funny faces and bells on.
Oh, yes, jesters.
No, lepers. Oh, look. Here we are. Bills, bills, bills. One is born, one runs up bills, and then one dies. And what do we have to show for it, darling? A small house off of the A27, a slightly feminine hairdo. I tell you, sometimes I feel like a pelican. No matter which way I turn, there's this enormous bill in front of me. Oh, must be the biscuit. Yeah. Let's have a little look. See what we've got in the kitty, shall we? Yeah, 9pence. What are we going to do?
Never mind. I have a plan that will solve all our problems.
You do?
You become a dashing highwayman, and then we can pay all our bills.
No, that sounds like a terrific idea. Plus all the women are going to want to sleep with me. Okay, I'll saddle up my horse. I'm going out tonight.
That's a bit tricky. I wrapped it round that gas lamp in Hambrook the other day.
Saddle up your horse then.
What do you think we've been eating for the last 2 months?
Well, go out into the street and hire me a horse.
Hire you a horse for 9pence on Christmas Eve in the rain, a mere 2 weeks after the dreaded horse plague of Chichester, and with the blacksmith striking its 15th week, and Emsworth Horse Fetishists Fair starting tomorrow.
So what are we going to do?
Husband, how did we suddenly become so poor? Only last week we had £200 in the bank.
Well, it's all gone, I'm afraid. I discovered this terrifically fun new game. It's called cards. And what you do is you sit around a table with some of your friends and you dish out 5 cards each. And the object of the game is to give away all your money as quickly as possible. You may have heard of it.
Vaguely, yes.
Well, all the chaps say I'm terrific at it. I'm a natural, apparently. The earnings all back here is pretty damn expensive. So I was wondering if your uncle could lend us a couple of hundred?
That's completely out of the question. With his interest rate, we'll be poor for the rest of our lives.
So what are we going to do?
I don't know, it's a difficult one.
Well, let's see. We can't borrow the money. We're not going to inherit any money. And we certainly can't get and earn any money. We're far too snooty. So if we can't make any money, I'm afraid drastic situation calls for drastic measures. You're just going to have to go on the game.
Never! You go on the game, you've got better legs than me.
Me? Never. I can't sell my body. I'm far too young, my skin is too soft, and my buttocks are too firm, and I'm...
broke.
Yes, I suppose you've got a point. Okay, darling, I'll go out tonight.
Husband, let's forget all our troubles and have a drink and a song.
Not for me, darling. I'm going to get ready for tonight's outing.
Christmas future is far away. Christmas past
Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? And you are here to show me the shadows of things that have not happened yet, but will happen in the future? Oh, ghost of the future, I fear you more than any spectre I have seen tonight. I do not want to continue, but I know your purpose is to do me good, and that you have lessons to teach. So, I will bear your company. Yes, yes, lead on, lead on. The night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me, I know. Lead on, spirit. Before I draw nearer to that stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or the shadows of things that may be only? Spirit, hear me. I am not the man I was. I will not be the man I must have been but for your intervention. Why show me this if I am past all hope? I will honour Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will not forget the lessons of the past. I will live in the present. I will live toward the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons they teach. Please tell me, I may sponge away the writing on that stone. Spirits? I don't know. But I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm here. Woo-hoo! Yeah. Well, I don't know what to do. I feel as light as a feather, as happy as an angel. I'm as merry as a schoolboy. Hello, old woman. What day is it?
What day is it?
Yes, what day is it today?
Why, it's Christmas Day.
Christmas Day? Are you quite sure, my good woman?
I should think I am.
Why, the spirits They can do anything they like, of course they can. Hello, old woman, and greetings to you on this very Yuletide day.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, how can I be merry when we are so poor? We've got nothing to eat on Christmas Day. No goose for my youngest this year.
Well, your youngest old woman is 15 stone. And she's built like a brick privy. If she ate any more heartily, she'll turn into a pie shop. Pardon me, but there must be something we can do. The box of matches in there is just the thing I need. How much are they?
A quid a match.
Old woman, I suspect that to be a lie of sorts. Oh, but it is Christmas, so here's £10.
So you don't want all my matches then? There's 17 of them in there.
You have the body of a weak woman, but the mind of a criminal genius. Why, we'll make it £17.
Oh, lovely.
And best wishes to your massive offspring. Do you know the poulterers in the next street but one, on the corner?
I should think I do.
What a wonderful old woman. Remarkable. And could you tell me, have they still got the prize turkey hanging up there?
What, the one as big as me?
What a delightful old woman. Yes, the one as big as you.
Why, it's hanging there now.
It is? Well, then you must go and buy it. Yes, go and buy it now. And have them send it round so I can give them instructions where to deliver it. Come back with him and I'll give you a shilling. Come back with him in less than 5 minutes and I'll give you half a crown. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Well, I don't know, there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know, and everyone you meet. Oh, the mistletoe is hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Where you can see somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. She won't know who sent it, I won't tell her. Oh, it's twice the size of Tiny Tina. Oh, Tiny Tina. Tiny Tina will live, upon my soul, Tiny Tina will live. The spirits did it in one night. The spirits of past, present and future shall strive within. Heaven and Christmas time be praised for that. I say it on my knees, dear Lord, on my knees. And a Merry Christmas to everyone. And a Happy New Year to the whole world.
Are you all right, Mr. Scrooge?
Happy Christmas, Mrs. Dilber. And I'll get you a drink.
Oh.
What will you have?
Well, I'll have a glass of...
Glass of to the off licence?
No. On my way up to,
Alcoholics Anonymous?
on my way up to bingo.
Oh, bingo! Well, Merry Christmas to you, Mrs. Dilber.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge. Talking about Christmases, we had our staff Christmas do last night. Yeah. Up the old club.
Oh, yeah.
Funny thing it is every year.
Yes?
They always have an egg and,
Egg and what? Egg and spoon race?
no, an egg and chip supper.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Always take the husband along, because he's very good for laying the,
Laying the eggs,
no, laying the,
laying the barmaid.
laying the table.
Oh, laying the table.
Anyway, they do a very good do, because the men get cigars and the women get,
Pickles?
no, the women get,
Pie-eye.
no, M&S vouchers. Mind you, they also get piff.
Were they?
Pistachio nuts.
Oh,
Anyway, I got chatting to Big Malcolm from accounting.
oh yes, Big Malcolm. He comes in here quite a lot.
That's it. I got chatting about this and that, because he fancies me.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. I know he fancies me, because he's offered me a bit of,
Bit of what? Bit of this and that?
no, he's offered me a bit of,
Bit of this and the other?
no, he's offered me a bit
Bit
of,
of this without the other?
a bit of his sausage roll from the canteen. Anyway, last night he leaned in, gave me a kiss on the cheek,
Oh, really? Did
because
he?
he's already given me a kiss on the,
What did he do?
he's already given me a kiss on the,
On the face?
no, give me a kiss on the,
On the other leg?
no.
On what?
On the Thursday! Anyway, I sat there eating my dinner, pretending not to notice him, and I noticed his finger creeping in, trying to grab one of me,
Really?
yeah, trying to grab one of me.
Well, just the one?
Well, I only had 2 chips left, didn't I? Anyway, I feel so bad, I thought I'd go home and give the husband
Evening off from the washing up.
I thought I'd give him a,
Fish supper?
no, give him one.
A night he'll never forget.
Ooh. Now there's an idea. Thanks for the suggestion. I may give him all 3. Anyway, let's be off, Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Mrs. Dilber. What is this?
Morning, sir.
Cratchit, you are late.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by coming here at this time of day?
I'm really very sorry, sir. I am behind my time.
Step this way, if you please. Cratchit.
It's only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday with my family.
Now, I'll tell you what, my friend, I'm not going to stand for this any longer. And therefore, I am going to double your salary. Yes, Betty Cratchit, I am going to double your salary. And a Merry Christmas to you. A merrier Christmas than I have given you for many a year. And from now on, I will endeavour to assist your family in any way I can. And as for Tiny Tina, she will walk again, I know it. But no, there's no need to say it. But no need to say that thing.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all, and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tina, who did not die, he was a second father. He became
Wonderland.